Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the El Nino Podcast. I'm Eladio Nino, and this is Real Everyday People. So I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in, everybody sharing and subscribing and supporting, the mission that I'm on. And, we're definitely growing. We're making change in people's lives, with our stories. So, I'm grateful for everything that I have, and I'm grateful for everything that you guys contribute to my life. Big shout out to Lit Music Entertainment. These boys definitely doing their thing. My man Jose Del Valle, holla at him, DJ Dan, DJ Pup. They taking care of their business, man. And we all about moving forward. But today we got a special guest, man. He's a good friend of mine. I love this guy, like a brother, man. And he's very charismatic, very strong, very disciplined, very focused, and very grown. We've lived some, we've been on some journeys. We've been through some trial and tribulations, but at the end of the day, we flexing all day for sure, man. It's my brother Johnny Mercado. What's up, my brother?
That's good.
Man, I just love having you here with me, man. So me and my brother Johnny, we met at the Chippewa Correctional Facility, and he had just come down from Max, and I had just made it to a level 3. And, this was one of the best bonds, one of the better and best bonds that I had made in there that grew into an actual friendship and a brotherhood. And so, I'm grateful, after 23 years, that he's home. After 17 years, I'm home, and we can sit here and exchange ideas and brainstorm on things that are going to help us move forward, utilizing all the tools and all the skills that we learned going through that concrete jungle lifestyle that we lived for a while. But I'm going to let this brother tell you about himself, man. Introduce yourself to everybody, bro.
I'm Johnny Mercado. Did 23 years in prison, been home 3 years. I'm out here winning, shining.
Tell me a little bit about where you from.
I'm from Southwest Detroit. I was born in New York, Brooklyn, New York.
Nueva York.
We came out here right after I was born. Moved out to Southwest Detroit, and that's where I grew up at. North Campbell, between Buchanan and Michigan. Number streets.
Number streets.
Yeah.
Okay, then. What was it like going on over there?
It was all right, man. I love it, man. I love my hood, man.
Yeah, no doubt about it, bro. Yeah. So what about your parents? Where were your parents from?
My parents are from Puerto Rico. My mother's from Lares. My dad's from Isabela. They grew up in New York. That's where they met. They met each other in high school. And you know the story after that. I'm here.
They got the rapping, and that's how it happened,
you know
huh?
what I'm saying?
Okay. So you were born in New York, and your family migrated a little bit. How did your family end up in Detroit?
It was my grandmother on my mother's side. She that's when all the plants were opening up out here, the car plants.
Okay.
She came out here, started working for Fisher Chrysler, Fisher, whatever.
Yeah.
GM.
Yeah.
And she came out here and brought my mom. My dad followed along, and we made it happen.
They settled and made a life.
Made it happen, man.
Okay. So what was it like, growing up with your parents? Like, what kind of parents did you have?
I had good parents, man. My parents always been supportive. My mom's, my pops. Pops my backbone. My mom, that's the queen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, love them to death, man.
What's the difference between your mom and your dad?
My dad, strictly by the book. You know what I'm saying? My mom's, she more lenient. You can't do nothing wrong in her eyes. Whatever you do, it is what it is. She there for you.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah.
So, like, what are some of the values that you learned from your parents that you apply to your life today?
Man, always love your kids. Always be there. Support them no matter what, through thick and thin. They was there for me from day one and are still here. You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta love it, man.
Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about your journey, about like your adolescent, your youth, like growing up, going to school, stuff like that.
Elementary, I went to Ellis Elementary, in Harms.
Okay.
I graduated from Harms and went to Munger. I went through all the junior high schools, Munger, Wilson, Earhart, Boynton. Mm-hmm. Just, going through them, getting kicked out. for this and that, you know.
What's
being
this
a
and
good
that,
guy.
man? I want to hear what's this and that. We ain't gonna just overturn that. What is
being
this
a
and
good
that?
guy, you know, just going against the rules, man, going against the grain, you know.
You was rebellious.
I had to learn the hard way.
You was
know?
like Che Guevara, huh? Tú eras guerrero, coño.
You already know.
At a young age, you was a little heavier, though.
Man, bro, I stayed in Bulls.
Mm-hmm. But even at that age, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of trouble did you get into?
Man, listen.
You know, most guys, you know, at that age, they're getting in fights, you know, skipping school.
All of that. Skipping school, fights, drinking, coming home. I think the first time I got drunk was like 12 years old, man. Straight up.
You know what? I could agree. Bad Dog 2020.
Yeah, Bad Dog 2020.
Yeah.
Peach schnapps. That's what the girls like back in them days. You know what I'm saying? That's what, It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
You know. But,
so, like, what kind of student were you in school? Like, were you ever in any sports or anything like that?
I was actually, when I went to school, I did good. You know what I'm saying? In class, you know, I ain't never had no issues. Always chose the rougher path. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you said, I was rebellious, man. You know?
I can relate. So, what kind of mischief, like, when you go to school, you find some friends, like, who were your friends? Who was your kind of crowd in school?
My crowd? You talking about my homies?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, who was your social circle when you were in school? Like, were you popular? Were you not so popular?
Absolutely popular, man. I was
Look
up
at
there,
you over there grinning, talking about I was super popular.
Not super, but, you know, I was there. I was up there, you know.
That's cool. You ever got involved in any sports or anything like that?
No sport. I used to hoop just on the block.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never played for no teams or nothing. When I lived on North Campbell, we had a basketball rim on a tree, on the street.
Okay.
And we used to play there every day, man.
That was the best, wasn't it?
The best. That's all we did.
The good old days, huh?
Good old days. That's before we started.
That's when life was a lot simpler, huh?
You know, that's before we started, you know, venturing off to other things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. So, like we know, you know, Southwest, you know, especially growing up back in the 90s when we came up, you know, always had, you know, came up from poverty, you know, known for gang membership, drug dealing, all that kind of stuff. But,
yes,
you know, us coming from there, like, we don't look at it like that. Like, we look at, you know, where we come from as...
It was a part of our youth.
It was part of our culture. It was a part of our society. This was normal life to us.
This what all our friends was getting into, you know, so...
Mm-hmm.
We had to tag along, you know.
Did you ever get involved in any gangs when you were young?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Who was you hanging out with back then?
I was hanging with the flows and the counts, man. Both.
Okay.
You know.
CCM, baby. Count the Cash Nation, huh?
Back and forth.
There'll never be another one, baby.
Yeah, that's where all my homies that I grew up with, you know, that's what they was a part of. So, you know, I was there with them. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt about it, man. And it's like, you know, you go and you know, I tell people all the time, like, because, you know, we knew that a lot of the things that we did were wrong, but we did it anyway due to the fact of the street ethics, the code of ethics. Like, no matter what we do, we win. You know, if I kill you, I'm honored for that. If you kill me, I'm honored for that. If I go to prison, I'm honored for that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like...
You had to get your stripes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess, like, you know, for me, you know, at a young age, like, you know, I went through identity crisis. You know what I'm saying? Trying to fit in, trying to find out where I'm supposed to be, who I'm supposed to be, who do I relate to. And, you know, when you're following people, you know, people can misguide you, bro, you know, mislead you, misuse you, abuse you, even your own family and friends, you know.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I got myself into a lot of trouble, man, you know, a lot of trial and error. And, you know, I think that, you know, I really believe that I was living for a cause, you know. And, you know, it took a long time, a lot of years, bro, for me to realize, you know, that I had to change myself and start looking at the world differently, man.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, growth comes with maturity, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, no doubt about it.
you know what I'm saying, the more mature, the more, you know, understanding and humble we become, man. You know what I'm saying? Even
Or
though-
should become, you know, because, you know, we have a lot of brothers out here still our age and older,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
they
saying,
stuck.
who are still living in the same cycle,
They
bro.
stuck,
Like
man. Yeah.
they stagnant, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I got much love for the brothers, man. I just want to see brothers evolve, man. I want people and brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, to realize how much power they have as human beings, man. You know what I'm saying? If you want something different, man, you got to be the change that you want to see, you know.
Power of mind, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. So we know what comes with the territory of gangbanging, you know. You pick up your flag and you pick up your pistol, man.
Pistol,
You
man.
know.
You
So where do you go from there, bro?
where do I go from there?
You know.
Man, listen, it started in what, 89? When banging started, real thick was 89. Started getting deep into it. I was always back and forth from Michigan to New York because of that, because of getting in trouble, being rebellious. I moved to New York in 92, and I just got caught up in the robbing cats, you know what I'm saying, selling drugs
Where were you living out there?
in Brooklyn,
Brooklyn, okay.
Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Yeah.
All right.
And I was getting deep into it to the point where, you know, I started getting caught up for it, you know. So
Mhm.
my grandmother, Walita, was like, it's time to go back to Detroit, you know what I'm saying? You're getting in too much trouble.
Yeah, no
So
doubt about it.
I came back out here in 93, and I was living with my pops, and we was having issues over me just always wanting to do what I wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? And we fell out. I moved back to the hood. My pops was living in Dearborn, and that's when I started coming around again.
You're
you
living
know.
with your uncle, right? You
I
said?
was living with my uncle,
Okay.
yeah, on Navy, yeah, between Green and Central, and just started hitting the block again and getting back to my old ways. And
Mhm.
before you know it, you know, I'm in the mix to everything, you know. Not that I'm idolizing any of this. This just a part of my story. You know what I'm saying? Later on, we'll get to the good part. You know what I'm saying?
But definitely, you know, I say it all the time when we tell our stories. We don't tell it to glorify it. You
Right.
know, the name of this show is called Real Everyday People, and these stories are very real. But in the end, you know, we want to be able to talk about the growth as well.
Right,
You know, but right now you need to understand the process that we went through to get to where we're at today.
no doubt.
So now you're out there, you're getting yourself in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And then,
Slanging pistols,
mhm.
we doing it all, bro. It's like every night. 94. 94, every night that summer, man. We was just out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every night.
Yes, for sure.
And August 19th, celebrating my 19th birthday, I caught my murder case. You know what I'm saying? At B West Party Store.
That's an old store too.
Yeah.
That boy been a part. That's like a Southwest monument right there.
So, we had stopped there to get some brew. We were on our way to the races on 16th when they used to hold the races over there. And yeah, and we stopped there to get some beer and ended up getting into an argument that led to, you know what I'm saying,
Someone losing
a
their life.
little pushing battle that led to somebody eventually losing their life, you know. That's what I went to prison for. I ended up getting 25 to 50 years plus 2 for the gun. I made it home in 23 with disciplinary credits. You know what I'm saying? Thank God.
Yeah, definitely. Thank God.
Yeah, no doubt. And I'm here now, telling my story.
No doubt about it, man. You know, we used to be in the joint watching, you know, shows and videos. Like, one of the things that actually inspired me to do a podcast was I seen how real, like, Teen Mom was. You know, that guy, Butch, he was in the joint with me at JCS, and he was the dad of one of the kids that was on Teen Mom. and he was with us at JCS. But you know, when I used to see how real the stories were, I was like, man, that's so cold, because TV, us growing up, everything was about acting, you know, and now we're talking about entertainment that is real live, you know. And I was like, man, how great would it be to be able to share real stories and people to be able to, because a lot of people don't talk about their lives and what they've been through. You got people talk more about other people's lives than they talk about their own lives. You know what I'm saying? But you know, so you going on this journey now. You were how old? 19 years old when
19,
this happened?
on my 19th birthday. Yeah.
And so at 19, where you at, bro? Like how long were you in the county for? Like, what's going through your mind at that time? Because you know, when that happens to you, bro, like your life changes. You're not even the same kind of person anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get arrested till like 2 months after the incident, you know. So in those 2 months, it's like I was a whole different, like day and night, a whole different person. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I get arrested, go to the county. I did like 6 to 8 months in the county, and end up getting sentenced.
Okay. So where did you go through quarantine? And you're 19 years old at this time.
I went through Riverside quarantine back in the days. That's under 21. That's where you went through. From Riverside, I was there about 3 months, and went to MR Gladiator School, and it was real. It was real.
Listen, share the experience, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just because you had to go through it to actually know what that feels like. And I want you to vividly, you know, explain to them what that experience is like. You know?
Listen.
Especially at 19 years old.
My sentence didn't dawn on me until I got to that facility. That's when reality hit me. You know, I'm walking down this long rock, looking at the cells. I get to my cell, get in with my bedroll. Once they close that gate, that's when reality hit me. I turned around, looked at the yard, and was like, man, this is where I'm going to be the rest of my life. Because 25 years, you know what I'm saying, back in up, it's like that's your life. It's over with.
For sure.
You know? So that's what I was feeling, man. It was the end of the world and the beginning of hell.
No doubt. No doubt about it, bro. So, like, when did you wrap your mind around the realization, like, you know what, this is my home, and you know, I gotta make my mark in this place. You know what I mean? Because we know that when you go to an environment like that, all they respect is blood. Yeah. Everything is about power. Everything is about dominance, whether it's mental, whether it's physical. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, respect is what gets you by in there. You know what I'm saying? People that respect you, because when you go there, bro, don't nobody care about you being from no Southwest, man. You got them Flint boys, Pontiac, Grand Rapids. Everybody, they all killers. They all drug dealers. Them boys get it everywhere.
You're in there with the worst of the worst.
When you come there, you know, you take the costume off. You know, these boys out here, everybody decorating themselves with things. You know what I'm saying? Creating an image for the world. But when you go in there, bro, they gonna see you for who you are. Matter of fact, you're gonna see yourself for who you are. You know, and that place will bring out the best. It'll bring out the worst in you.
Absolutely.
Yup. So for you at 19, how do you wrap your mind around that concept? Like for me, bro, you know, my story, I went for 2 years on a pistol case, and then 8 months later they came and hit me with an old murder case. So my whole mind state was, I'm coming to prison to do 2 years and go home. And then when they banged me with the murder case, I'm like, oh, my whole demeanor, I went from a level 1 to a level 5. You know what I'm saying?
Just like that.
Just like that, bro. Yeah. I was at Marquette. So I can't imagine, like, when you're like, bro, I got 25 to 50, you know what I mean? Like, this is home now, and I got to do whatever I got to do to survive in here. Absolutely. You know? And in order to survive amongst wolves, you have to become a wolf yourself. You know?
And that was a process, because that's a whole new world. It's new rules. You know what I'm saying? It's not what you learn from TV. TV, that's Hollywood. You know, this reality. You know what I'm saying? So.
And it's got its own code of ethics. It's a world of its own.
It's a whole new world, and you got to readjust to all the rules. because one word will get you stabbed or get you, you know what I'm saying, and some shit. You know, so
and then you know when we go to the joint, we got our flags on it. We got to pick that flag up and put that flag on your back. So that alone brings, you know what it brings.
That's what helped me though. Was when I got to the yard, I seen it was like being in junior high school back again, because all my homies was there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when I got there, I hit the yard and I'm seeing all these cats from the hood that I know. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they the ones that taught me the rules, you know what I'm saying, and how to move and how to conduct myself. Well, in a way, you know what I'm saying? Because them year and a half that I was at MR, that was like, I was wilding, man. It was.
Yeah, no doubt.
Know, it took a minute to adjust. It took a minute, man.
No doubt about it, man. I can share the experience, bro, for sure. You know, but you know, so what is it like the changing transition? You know, that like transitioning into that lifestyle, having to put yourself in another mind state. Like one of the first things that one of the old heads told me is, forget about your life outside of prison. Forget about your life. And I was like, how do you do that? How do you do that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to learn how to do that.
How am I supposed to forget about, you know what I'm saying, everything I love, you know? But when you go, that's what come with the territory, bro. You sacrifice everything. Your freedom, your family, everything. You know?
Everything, bro. Yeah. And that's just like I said, it took a minute to adjust, man. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you gotta master, because you gotta block all of this out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to block it out. If you don't, you're gonna be in there just stressed out all the time.
Yeah, because everybody fighting to hang on to everything, but you can't control nothing out of there. Your head gotta be in here. Right. Your head game gotta be focused on where you at right now. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of brothers who didn't learn how to let go and used to let life outside affect their life inside. Mm-hmm. You know,
and made their time even harder doing that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When you block all of this out, when you learn to do that, and you focus on the world that you win, it's a lot smoother. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot smoother process, but that takes time to do that. You know what I'm saying? To learn that.
Listen, we're gonna take a 2-minute intermission, and we're gonna come back and keep building with y'all. Enjoy the music till then.
The livest one, representing BK to the fullest. Gats I pull it, bastards ducking when Big B bucking. Chicken heads be clucking in my back room fucking. It ain't nothing. They know Big B handling with the Mac in the act door paneling, bandaging MCs. Oxygen they can't breathe. Mad tricks up the sleeve. Wear boxes so my dick can breathe. Breeze through in the Q45 by my side. Lyrical high, and those that brushes my clutches get put on crutches. Get smoked like Dutches from the master. Blast ya, but I have to. You see, I smoke a lot. Your life is played out like Farm and the fucking polka dots. Who rock the spot? Biggie, you know how the weed go. Unbelievable.
I heard Sam was going solo. Hot damn, you didn't know so. Well, I can blast fast or freak a ill type of slow flow. I'm hitting harder than Barry Bonds, so check the Golden Child. Doing it to your ear hole. Got you going buck wild with truck tracks. Rhymes on deck, breaking off niggas proper. Did dirt, did west, cause I clown coppers. New hip hop, rap composer, Mozart couldn't see me. Mad advanced in my skills, I'm all about the dollar bill. From Pittsburgh to Cali, dropping bombs like that. Was on the DL with the squad, but solo couldn't hold it back. Black, a regulator, plus a big 8 figure. Mobbing with that ill nigga with his finger on a bigger trigger. Serving all sides, hitting 7s on a making dough, eating shrimp, smoking with some real pimps. So peep game, best believe I love my peace. That's why I make the type of music you can pump.
You already know. This is real everyday people. Holding it down here on the El Nino Podcast.
Once again, it's the man with the master plan. They call him Sam, and I think you better recognize.
Brainiac dum-dums bust the scientific approach to the course, and the force is centrifugal. Can you find your way through the lyrics that be catching them? Throw another rhyme across the room, they be catching them. And they take a loss,
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the El Nino Podcast. I'm Eladio Nino, and this is Real Everyday People. I want to appreciate everybody who's staying tuned, or if you're just tuning in now, thank you for your love and support. So, just before we went to our intermission, you know, me and the brother Johnny Mercado here, we were building, and, you know, he was telling his story. And, you know, so when you were talking about being incarcerated and then you end up going to level 5 max, like, you know, that's a hell of a transition, you know. Like, what was that like being for, like, not only are you in prison, but now you're in a maximum security prison?
Yeah, I did a year and a half at MR, like I said, and then I got shot to level 5 for 4 years. But that was a blessing, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where I learned how to jail at, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was until I got there that I learned how to start moving and conducting myself, you know what I'm saying, and realize how I wanted to do my bit, you know? So, end up going to the hole for 8.5 months.
8.5 months,
And,
Lord.
I had a neighbor that, his name was John X. He, you know, we always kick it, you know what I'm saying? We come to the door and talk.
He was a nation
And,
brother?
Yeah,
or?
he was a nation brother.
Okay.
Yeah. And, he asked me one day, what do you do over there, you know? Well, what do you do all day besides work out? And I said, I read, but I was reading, you know what I'm saying, romance novels, westerns, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he sent me this book.
You were entertaining the mind,
Yeah, you know, I was
but he
entertained.
wanted to
It
give you something to educate the mind.
Right,
Woo,
right.
okay,
And
now
was
talk to
that
me.
was a blessing. He sent a book to me called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Listen.
As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. This is a very good book. It's
That
a life-changing book.
Changed my
Check it
life.
out. I've read it about 7-8 times, and I'm going to read it 7-8 more times.
It changed my life, man. I got that, and it's like food for the mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just got addicted, bro. I read that, and I wanted more. I was hooked. You know what I'm saying? So I started reading self-help books instead of romance novels and westerns, and started building my mental up, you know what I'm saying, to the point where I can conduct myself, you know, accordingly. You know what I'm saying? I knew how to think. My mind stayed sharp, you know what I'm saying? When you read them books, you just stay sharp. A lot of that stuff you know, but that helps you sharpen your mind up, you know what I'm saying? It helps you keep sharp, man. So that's what helped me, bro. I came out the hole, and I was good. Started working in the kitchen, walked my my point system down, because you needed 35 plus was level 5 points, so anything in the 20s was level 4, and the lower you go, the lower level you can go to. I worked my points down and got transferred to level 4.
Okay.
So from there on, I just kept walking it down.
See, so for people who don't understand the level system, you know, you got back then they used to have a level 6, 5, 4,
Yeah, Supermax.
3, 2, 1, and then they took the 6s out, and then eventually they took the 3s out, you know, and but you know, you get small privileges. Like I just want people to understand, you know, like the levels as you go down, and then not only that, but the disciplined mind that you have in a level 5 or a level 4. As you work yourself down, you're still growing, because now you're becoming more tolerant, because now you're putting me in a bigger population. When you're in a level 5, you're in a single man cell, and you learn to live with yourself. But now when you start working your way down, it's a privilege, but now you always have to adjust too, because they put you in a population where you can be in a 2-man cell, or you can be in a 20-man cube. you know, and you have to learn social skills. You have to learn patience, tolerance, communication, all these things
when all that
that
stuff
you
I was
learn.
reading, that critical thinking, that's when all that started getting put into effect. Because you got like 1,200 inmates on the yard.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, the lower level you go, the more freedom you got, the more yard time you got. So, with all that comes more problems. You know what I'm saying? Because there's
Absolutely.
always something, especially if you belong to an organization, it's always something. Every day is something, one thing or another. You know what I'm saying? So, you have to put those skills to work like full time. You got to think ahead of everybody in there. You got to be 3 steps ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Because when you carrying a flag, bro, and now all of a sudden all your peers' problems become your problems.
Absolutely.
You know, and I could say honestly, I had a lot of issues in prison, and none of them were ever my own. You know,
Yeah.
and
9 times out of 10, that's how it was.
but
man.
everything got resolved.
Yeah.
You know, in one way or the other.
Yeah.
But later on in life, as we grew and we learned diplomatic skills, and we were taking all the Chance for Life classes in there, you know, big ups to Chance for Life, man. You know what I'm saying?
Big ups,
To
big
Tom
ups.
Adams, man, Jessica Taylor, you guys definitely bringing them life skills into a prison. You brought life to brothers like us, you know, and helped us manifest the seeds in our brain and cultivate the goodness in us. So definitely salute to CFL, you know. But, you know, we had life-changing curriculum that we were learning. And not only that, we were learning it, we were comprehending it, and we were applying it to our life in there. The reason we had so much responsibility is because we were always in leadership positions. You know, every yard we went to, bro, you know what I'm saying? You the first for yours, I'm the first for mine. You know what I'm saying? And it's all love and everything is righteous, you know? But at the end of the day, the skills that you learn, the diverse social skills, communication skills, you know, the win-win, you know, for everybody, like.
Yeah, them communication skills is a must, man. You know, because you can have you can think right, but if you can't put that into words and communicate the right way, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work out, you know.
Once I quit thinking like a prisoner and started living like a student, prison became school to me. I just started to learn and grow, and it was just beautiful, bro. Especially coming home, because then I was able to actually apply everything that I had learned, all that I had obtained, everything that I had practiced, and bro, my life has been unfolding and manifesting, bro, in such a wonderful way. And I walk with God daily, man. You know what I'm saying? The devil don't take no breaks. You know what I'm saying?
Shining.
Ain't no doubt, and so are you, brother. You know what I'm saying? And so many other brothers that are doing good for themselves, man. You know, shout out to Steve X, man. Much love to you and your family, man. Yeah, no doubt.
Love you, man. Love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of homies out here, man, that done came home and they making it happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? They make Jose Rivera, you got Jose Burgos, you got Pat Bates, you got Rick Speck, you got Mario Bueno, you got Johnny Mercado, you got Eladio Nino, and we can go on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? Making it. You know
Absolutely,
what I'm
man. Brothers out here taking care of their business and putting themselves in positions to be voices for the people, for the community, for society, for love, for peace, for justice. You know?
No doubt.
And we coming from the trenches, though. You know?
Come from the gutter.
Yup, and now we up here at the table with Senator Chang at the Capitol in Lansing. You know, I used to have gang meetings in my mom's garage. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm at the table with the Skillman Foundation, Kresge Foundation, McGregor Foundation, representatives for for GM and Fords, and we talking about business grants and stuff, dog. So like everything I went through in my gang life, bro, everything we went through, bro, it prepared us for life today, man.
No doubt. I'm a strong believer in, you know what I'm saying, everything that happens in life is a reason for it, man. You know what I'm saying? It happens for a reason.
Bro, I've been home 20 months, bro. You hear me? And I've lived life like never before, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I got more now doing the right thing than I ever did, you know, living my past lifestyle, bro. Because I really used to think the only way I was going to ever have a nice car or a nice house was I had to sell drugs. I had to rob somebody. You know, that was the only way I was going to be able to get anything, you know?
We knew no better. You know what I'm saying?
It was the blind leading the blind out here, bro.
Yeah.
And then we grew up, though. We grew up. Prison is a place where boys become men.
Boys become, you're gonna change. You ain't never coming home the same when you go to the joint. You're gonna come out either for the better or for the worse. That's your choice. You know what I'm saying? That's a choice. That's the path that you gotta make when you in there for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I chose to go the better way, you know?
Mm-hmm. And you know, all the families that are impacted by people who are in prison. You know what I'm saying? The men, the women, the children, the brothers, the grandparents, like, you know, bro, the impact that is just made in communities, bro, you know, and like we could just sit here for hours and go on about the effects, you know, and the ripple effect of you know, cause and effect of our decisions, of living a vicious cycle that's just been handed down, you know, to one another. But
just like you said, it's a ripple effect on everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got kids, you know.
But we breaking the cycle and we making new ripples now.
No doubt.
You know, we
New
making waves, baby.
waves,
We
yeah.
making waves out here. You know what I mean?
doubt.
You better know it. So tell us a little bit about like the transition coming home, man. Like what were your biggest fears, you know, before you came home? Like, you know, what were you most worried about or concerned about?
My biggest fears was just the unknown, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I always feared, man. It's the unknown, what I don't know. You know what I'm saying? How am I gonna make it? Where am I gonna work? How am I gonna get money? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to resort back to the streets. So how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna find a way to do this? You know what I'm saying? But I was blessed, man. The biggest struggle I've had, and I still have it, is this.
That computer.
Learning this, man. Technology. I'm still lost, man. I'm like a caveman, bro. When I went in, we had beepers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I come home to this, so I'm lost.
You know, that was definitely one of my biggest obstacles. And when I first got out, I just wanted to make all the right decisions, bro. So as soon as I got out the joint, I signed up. I'm doing a semester in college, and it was great. I felt good, but I didn't realize that everything was done on a laptop, computer, everything needed to be put in files. I had no clue. I was a studious person, but I'm accustomed to taking notes, reading books, and writing with a pen and pad. And they're like, oh, well, you got to open up a file, you got to do this. I said, oh, no. It stressed me out just even dealing with technology, like literally. And, you know, especially after I had got my job as a youth mentor at the Detroit Hispanic Development Corporation, like, I was like very intimidated by it, you know, and they were trying to work with me, and little I was my progress was slow, but I'll tell you what, during this pandemic, having to run youth classes from home, having to do emails and run Zoom meetings and all that type of stuff has really helped me evolve, bro. Yeah. But I still don't explore too much with the phone. I still be like, I don't want to erase nothing or do something crazy, you know, so I don't explore too much with it.
It's a work in progress, man. You know what I'm saying? Something that's going to take some time.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man.
Some things take more time than others, you know.
Mm-hmm. So what's some of the process that you had to go through, man? Like as far as getting your license, Social Security card, birth certificate, all that.
I had to go, man. They put me through hell getting all that stuff. I had to go back and go get my school records, even though I had my old license. They said I couldn't use it because it was over 10 years. So I had to go back. They couldn't even find me in the system. I had to go back, go get my school records and show them some type of proof that I did grow up in Michigan, you know what I'm saying, that I am real, you know. It was a process, man.
I know it was very frustrating, bro, because you couldn't get an ID and you can't get a Social Security card without the birth certificate. So it was like, it was a challenge, man. You had to have somebody give you rides and wait in the Social Security office for 2-3 hours. So it was challenging. And then you're just coming home, so you're trying to adjust to the environment, being back in society, being around citizens, you know, all that kind of stuff, bro. Yeah. So, you know, people don't realize that, you know, how many different transitions we have to go through to adjust to the world. You know, we go through mental transitions, emotional transitions, physical transitions, spiritual transitions. And you don't go through it all at the same time. You know, you go through moments like Father's Day for me. Didn't even realize it. It triggered me, bro. It triggered me, and just that day, bro, just, you know, I fell apart that day, bro. You know what I mean? But I did a lot of praying and got myself right back together. But you just never know, and I realized that I'm still growing. A lot of people passed away while we were in prison. And then when we come home, we don't even realize, we so numb to it, and we come home, and here come the holidays and birthdays, and you're like, damn, I don't even get to see that person.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's gotta readjust once again, you know. You have to come out here, readjust. I was blessed, though. My family, everybody came through. Blessed me, they helped me in every way, cousins, you know what I'm saying, aunts.
I know, I see the pictures, you sent me the pictures, I said, that boy doing good out there.
My pops, man, everybody came through, moms, everybody, bro. Everybody showed me love, and they helped me, you know what I'm saying. 2 weeks after I came home, I started working. I started working at Mobis on Waterman and Fort
Street, yeah.
Worked there, man, breaking my back for about a year and a half, making peanuts.
Peanuts.
You know what I'm saying? I looked at it like, you know, I got to come home and put in my work somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I got to start from the bottom and work my way up. And I ended up getting blessed with the job I have now, which is I deliver for energy drink. It's an organic energy drink. And I get paid all right, you know what I'm saying? But it's brought me to the level where I'm at now. I've been there 2 years, been blessed, got good medical, you know what I'm saying? I got a house, got a car, you know what I'm saying? I own everything in 3 years, you know, so
no doubt about it, man.
I can't complain.
And hey, well deserved too,
No
bro.
doubt.
Well deserved, bro. Because I've been watching your process, bro. You know what I'm saying? And even out here, like, you earned your keep, bro. You started at the bottom, bro. You, like you said, breaking your back for minimum wage, but you stuck with it, bro, because you knew what you wanted out of life. You know what I mean? And bro, your home you got a beautiful home. You have a beautiful car. You're a beautiful brother, man. You know what I'm saying? We live a beautiful life, baby.
It's a beautiful world.
You ain't bull, man. I love it. I wake up grateful every day, man. Hey, but listen, tell me a little bit about this T-shirt real quick before we go to this intermission.
T-shirt is for my cousin, Wilson Rivera. Free the wrongful convicted. Free the innocent. You know, y'all can go on his blog. It's down here. Go on his blog, visit his site, learn about him and his case. He's trying to make it home, you know what I'm saying? You can make donations. I'll give the information to Nino to post up, you know, for his legal fees. You know, show some love, man. Bring that brother home. It's time.
Yeah, no doubt. And so many other brothers, man, that deserve justice, you know?
Absolutely.
Just the same way as the victims deserve justice for themselves as well.
Yes, sir.
You know, and their loved ones. But we're going to go to a 2-minute intermission. 2-minute intermission, and we'll be right back. Thanks for staying tuned in.
What up, Del people? This is real everyday people. We live from the El Nino Podcast. And we got family in the building. We got Johnny Mercado in the building.
Stop and ask her name. Do you have a man and he wanna claim? She say no, what about yourself? Looking so fine with no one else. It don't matter, they ain't over yet. Mueve la cintura and make your body sweat.
Make them shake it, punk.
Let me see you move it.
Let's go.
Wanna see you wiggle them hip. Front to the back, turn around and split. You gotta see this girl on the dance floor. Shake it up. No movimiento. Drink on once again. My nigga style one love to many games. Hey yo, here we go. This one's here for other rap bones. They gotta be sexy. Dark and lovely, just come and sex me. Body built to perfection, making that whole my top selection.
what's up, everybody? This is the El Nino Podcast. I'm Eladio Nino, and this is Real Everyday People. I want to thank you for staying tuned in. So we got my brother Johnny Mercado here. You know, we're talking about his journey, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And right now we're talking about, you know, where you were at today as far as, you know, the whole process of getting home, putting your life together, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, tell us some of the lessons that you've learned, you know, since you've been home, bro. You know, just about life in general, like, you know, just relationships, just things like that, bro.
Relationships. Oh, man. Listen. Take your time. That's all I got to tell y'all. Take your time. When y'all come home, enjoy your freedom, enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Figure out what you want before you get tied down and think you with the right person and just go all bad for you. Take your time, man.
Yeah, no doubt about it, bro. And what about the youth? Like, if you had a message that, like, you needed to get to the youth, like, what would be, like, the one thing that you noticed since you've been home about the new generation? Like,
man, it's the same, man. I mean, it's a different time, you know what I'm saying? But it's the same struggles, bro. You know, I would just say be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Follow what you want to follow, man. Don't follow nobody else. Be your own man. You know what I'm saying? Go for what you want to go for, man. Be who you want to be. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Be yourself.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And you know what's beautiful is that since I've been home, bro, like, the world has changed. Like, this generation has broken down all the barriers and built all the bridges, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see humanity in the most beautiful way because, you know, of the way that society is today, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a new world, it's a new time, and it just seems like people are more peaceful being who they are and being themselves. You know what I mean? And that creates a lot of trendsetters. That creates a lot of creative thinkers, you know, and people who are shaping and molding the world and how the world functions today, you know? And like when I was in prison, like I never really paid attention to anything. My mind was as big as my blocks were, you know, my community was. You know, I never thought or was concerned about any other government other than the government that was within my own community. But when I was in prison, I started to educate myself a little bit, reading newspapers, listening to the news, you know, learning the difference between this side and that side, you know what I'm saying? And I've always been an open-minded person, so I've always took everybody's side into consideration, you know what I mean? But it's just you start to comprehend how the world works, you know what I mean? Yeah. And where humans, where men, you know, where they settled on this earth, you know what I mean? And created all the rules and regulations and policies and procedures on what is decent in society, you know?
The world is constantly evolving. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, even in music, like, you know, the music is dope, bro, in every part of life, man.
Yeah, everything changes, man. But in a way, it comes right back around again. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you gotta learn.
Yeah. So do you do any reading now?
Man, bro, I haven't been able to. I don't have time, bro. I'm in school right now, so. Mm-hmm. The reading I do is for my homework. You know, I'm going to trucking school for my CDLA license. It's a lot to learn. Mm-hmm. A lot. So that's what I read right now. That's my reading material.
And that's how college was for me, bro. Like, I was very overwhelmed because there's a lot of studying, a lot of comprehension. Like, there's a lot that comes with it, bro. And I just, like I said, I think I had overwhelmed myself at that point. But I'm just glad that I went through the experience, you know what I mean?
No doubt, man. I mean, it's crazy, man. But you got to keep striving for the best, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be stagnant, man. I just want to keep moving up that ladder until I get to where I want to be. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, bro. And that's the life. I don't put no barriers, no boundaries on myself, bro. Like, I want to be able to live life fulfilling my purpose in life. You know what I'm saying? Wherever that may take me. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
And I honestly, bro, I feel like the richest man on earth just because of the life that I live, bro. I got so much to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? My brother's getting married this year. I'm getting married this year. I'm gonna get my own house for once. You know what I'm saying? Something's
all coming together.
Yes,
man.
bro. Like, you know, it's just
all work pays off. Man.
Yes,
you know
no doubt, bro.
All
and
work pays
it
off.
just and I'm like, man, if I can accomplish all this, it just in 20 months. Imagine what 3 and 5 years is gonna look like for me.
And that's another thing, you know, I would like to let these brothers know, man. Especially these brothers coming home, man. Listen, you can make it, man. Ain't no excuses. You know what I'm saying? It's jobs out here. You know, go out there and get it, man. You know? You can make it. 3 years, man.
Listen, life is what you make it, man.
Yeah,
you know
life
what I'm saying?
is what you make
this brother had a 23-year setback. You know, I took a 17-year setback.
With no work experience.
No.
Nothing. I didn't know how to do it, bro. I never had a real job, man.
Man, we was in prison doing Mickey Mouse jobs for $8 a month. I said, man, I'll be damned if I don't go out there and bag some groceries and do something. You know what I'm saying? But, man, listen, God put me right where I'm supposed to be, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I'm able to do so much for family, friends, community, dog. Like, man, I feel like the richest man in the world.
You doing a lot for the community too, bro.
Yeah.
You were saying it on the yard. I just want to help people. I want to help the youngsters. Bro, you came home and you made that happen, bro.
Thank you, bro.
You making it happen. You doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a blessing, man.
You
You know?
One thing for sure, man, life is what you make it. You know what I'm saying? We have the power and the ability to be able to change the direction of our lives from one day to the next. So, you know, if you're going through something, man, quit looking for all the answers outside of yourself, because if you do a little bit of soul searching, I'm sure the answers are right inside yourself.
No doubt.
You know, so this is one of our favorite parts of the you know, the segment. We're gonna get you to sign the wall. You know, the wall of fame. Put my man, you know, put his signature up on there, man. And you know, you always got a place here, bro. You know, it's been an honor. So much love, respect to have you here, bro, and to see how good you're doing, man. And it's just motivation, baby. It's a lot of knowledge sitting here, a lot of power amongst us, you know.
No doubt. And before we go, I just want to give a shout out to my man Jose Rivera, Detroit Forever 313.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Keeping us fresh out here. You
Hurricane
know?
Radio,
my
LA
man,
Landscaping.
My man set trends. He don't follow them, man.
No.
You know, get hit. Come see him and get your outfits.
And he get color coordinated too for you. You better know it. I need a discount, Jose. Stop playing, man. All right, we're going to get on this, get you the marker, man, so you can sign this wall. Want the blue or the black, bro?
Black. Oh, man.
That's my man, Johnny Mercado, my dog. El Pacino, boy.
Estás soltando, como me estás gustando, suéltate más, mami, suéltate más, me estás gustando, como tú me estás tentando, suéltate más, mami, suéltate más, tócate el cuello, que se queda todo bien bailando, suéltate más, mami, suéltate más, que esa buena también con mi tu camisa se puede comer, suéltate más.
Everybody a hug with much love and respect. Stay tuned Monday at 8. Live in the mix.